Hi, welcome back to the 3D printing tutorial here. So today what we're going to do is we are going to show you the new program, the actual printing program, which is called Makerbot Print, which is what I have on the screen right now. Before, what you were using was Mesh Mixer, and that was to work with the object and play with it, change it around, do what you need to do. This is the final step now, is to import it into Makerbot Print, which is what I have on the screen, and to go ahead and send this to our printer here at the St. Michael's lab. So we're going to show you how to import it in today and how to select your printer and go through a couple of settings as well that you want to ensure that it's set to go, and then get ready to actually print the thing. So let's go through it. So a couple of things that you're going to see on my screen right now. You see the center here is the build plate, which is very similar to Mesh Mixer. You can rotate it, and the mouse works exactly the same way as Mesh Mixer. What I have right now on the left-hand side, get rid of the panel there. It's called a project panel. This is where we are going to start right now. In the lower left-hand corner, unlike Mesh Mixer, there's a X, Y, and Z to show you which end is up in this particular program, which I find to be very helpful, just to kind of orient yourself. So let's bring in a file. We're going to go up to Project Panel, and I'm going to left-click on the mouse and add a model. So now this is kind of the landing spot that you want to be on to bring in your file. So you can either hit Add Models here or Add Models here. Let's go up to the red button here, and it goes right into my document. So you can search for your object and bring it in as you need to. In this case, I'm going to do a T-clip, and I'm going to hit Open. And now my project is, as you can see, is open on there. So if I wanted to do another one, let's say I wanted to bring in another object, I could hit Add Models here, hit the T-clip again, and now I have two of them that are on there, and as you can see, they're side by side. So you can print multiples if you need to. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the one there and just print the one. And I'm actually going to right-click and delete him to get rid of it. So now we have our single T-clip here that we are set to go. So the next thing that we need to do is to double check our settings here. So we're just about ready to print, but you do want to check your print settings here. And the big thing that you want here is this particular line says support material. You definitely want a support material for yours. The infill, the Makerspace people will talk about, the same thing with the shells. You can play with those settings to maximize your benefit. So depending on the object that you have, the infill and the number of shells will be relevant or not. And that's where, if you have a question, I would highly recommend you talk to the people at St. Michael's Makerspace, and they'll be able to talk about those for you. So we have support materials on, our print settings are good there. The next thing we're going to do is go into the lower right-hand corner, and we are going to select our printer. Now, at St. Michael's, there are 4 different printers that you can see right now. There is Makerbot 1, 2, 3, and 4, along with a 5th generation one. They are all, as you can see, 3 out of the 5 are idle and ready to go. There are 2 that are offline right now, so you want to double check and make sure you have a printer that's idle and ready to go. So we're going to select the first one here. And as you can see, once I do that, it pops up with a screen. There is actually a camera built in all 4 of these printers. So you're actually seeing the physical build space right now that is in the St. Michael's lab. It's idle, it's ready to print. Then you can see the current temperature as 31 degrees Celsius. It is, after all, a scientific model, so why not use the metric system? So we are there. We are ready to go. Now we just need to hit the print button in the lower right-hand corner here. So when I do that, what it's doing is it's queuing up my printer. It's a clear build plate, and it's going to try to calculate how much we need, how much material we need, and it'll show us approximately what time. So as you can see on my screen right now, it's not that much material on the spool that I'll use, and it gives me an estimated time of 32 minutes. So from there, if all that looks good to you, you hit Start Print right here, and it will start to print your material. So in approximately 32 minutes, my T-clip will be done. You see the current degrees Celsius there and the target. So the extruder is actually heating up to 180 degrees Celsius. Once it does that, it will actually print my material. So our next video, once this is done, our next video will show the end product. We'll use a particular object and we'll show you how to get it off of the build plate and be able to use the finishing tools from there. So if you have any questions, please please put your questions up on the discussion board in the Canvas site, and the people at St. Michael's will answer it for you. And until then, until we see you next time, have a good one.